How's it going out there? Welcome from H2TechVideos. Today we're going to be doing a pros and cons, worth it or waste, on the new Beats Studio wireless headphones. Now this is the second generation of Beats wireless headphones. Specifically, they took their Studio line and made a wireless version, and so we're going to go over some of the pros and cons today and let you know, hey, is it worth it or is it a waste? We'll start with the pros, and what Beats is known for is its exceptional sound quality with bass. So specifically, if you listen to music that has that strong bass content, for example, hip-hop music, rap music, you really do get that strong, those extra, hard beats and feels of the music. So, but there is a limitation with that, but I can't say it until we get to the cons. So just know that there is a little asterisk to this, but you do get that strong bass sound with your music. So first pro right there. Second pro is that you get a lot of options to find the set that's right for you. It does come in multiple colors: black, blue, silver, white, and red. We just reviewed the Bose AE2 wireless headphones, and those only come in one color. So it's cool that these do come in multiple colors, so you can pick the ones that are right for you. So second pro right there. Third pro is going to be that you really do get a tight squeeze on your head when you do put them on, so obviously you can adjust them, but they do lock on tight, and that's the reason why you see a lot of people working out with them, because when they lock on your head, they don't come off. So you'll see a lot of people even running with them, and I used to see them and say, man, why would you run with these big headphones on? But it's because there's such a tight seal when you put them on your head that they're not going to come off. So that's definitely a plus right there. Next plus is going to be it does come with an auxiliary cable, so if you do want to plug in directly, you do have the option to do so. And on that cable you do get your volume controls, as well as the button to pause your music and to change the tracks. And kind of cool, Beats also gives you a backup auxiliary cable as well. A lot of people have had trouble with the cable wearing out after a while, or one of your friends texted because theirs wore out, so now you do get a backup in the box. So gotta love that you do have that extra set, just in case. Next thing is you are getting a very durable design. The first generation of Studio headphones had a problem with the break. They would always rip right here, and I used to work for Best Buy actually, and our demos would always be broken the same spot every time. And so now they're using more quality parts, so you don't have to worry about it breaking like that. Even if your head is a little bit bigger, you can adjust it, but the parts are a lot better, is a lot more durable, so definitely a plus there. Next pro is going to be that you're getting a whopping 12 hours, so up to 12 hours of battery life, where your standard set of headphones will only give you between 8 to 10. So definitely a plus that you can use them a little bit longer without having to charge them so often. You do also have a battery fuel gauge, which is right here. They're currently not on right now, but there's these 5 little dots right here, and that's how you kind of measure if you're on full battery, mid battery, or if your battery's about to die. So you gotta love that is built in, so you can definitely keep track of how much time you have left to use them. Jumping into our next pro, which is a very big feature for me, is that they have what's called adaptive noise cancellation. So you don't have to worry about people outside hearing what you're listening to. When you do lock them on your head, it really does conceal that sound inside of the headphones. Now granted, some songs might be ridiculously loud, and so a little bit might get out, but for the most part, you do have that noise cancellation, which really does keep that music on your ear, and only you can hear what you're listening to. So definitely a great pro there. We're going to transition over to the cons. First con is that I think they're a bit pricey at $379.99. If you think about their competition, which is the Bose Q15s, I think I'm saying that right. Those are $299. Those are also noise cancellation. Those have an incredible sound, but they're not wireless. So it definitely does make sense that you are paying a little bit more for the wireless feature. But I don't know, that extra $80 is kind of a jump for me. I definitely felt like they were a little pricey, but that's more up to you after we get to the rest of the cons. But I have to put out my opinion, which is that they're a little high. Next thing, that it does come with a case, which is a pro and a con, because the cool thing is the headphones do just kind of bend like that, and they'll just fit right into our little case. I think every set of wireless headphones should come with some type of casing, because for travel you want to make sure that they are taken care of. The only downside is that it's just a very bulky case, and it's a hard case as well, so these may get in the way a little bit more. They're going to take up a little more space in your bag, where for example the Bose H2W, those headphones just has more of a cloth bag, so it's not as bad versus this hard shell case. So you know, it's more of a personal preference. My preference is it's a bit much, but you might say, hey, it's not a big of a deal. No worries. Next con is that I'm not really happy with the button configuration. So on this side, you actually do, you just have the button right here, which actually is your power button. And I don't know, I wish there still is some type of indicator that says, hey, this is power to turn it on. By default, when you look around, you're like, I guess there's nowhere else to turn it on, so this ends up being power. But I wish it was labeled a little bit better, as well as the fact that on the other side we do have our volume buttons, and we also have our pairing button as well for Bluetooth. So I wish it was labeled a little bit better. I feel like you would have to kind of like feel on your head, you know, and you may not always remember what side it's on, or you might put the headphones on the wrong side, and it would be hard to remember what side is what. So I kind of just wish it was labeled a little bit better, or if there was like even a little like plus, so you could just feel on it, and you could just feel, oh hey, there's the volume up, now I know. So wasn't too happy with that. Obviously they were trying to maintain just design and quality and make it pretty, but like people want to know where the buttons are. Just that's my thing. So next con is going to be that because of this leather material, although it is comfortable, if you are in a room that's kind of hot, you will begin to sweat on your head because of this type of material. It's not totally a leather, but it feels like leather, and so after wearing them for a little while, you will begin to, your face gets a little wet just from that material. So I don't know, I would find it hard to wear these for a long time just because of that aspect. I don't want my head to continue to sweat while maybe I'm trying to work on something. So that was another con right there, and that was our last con. So when we kind of sum everything up and we do our drum roll, and for the Beats Studio wireless headphones, we have to give this a worth it with conditions. Okay, in fact, you know what, I'll take that back. There was one con that I forgot to mention, and that's you don't get your max volume when the headphones are being used wirelessly. You only get the max volume when you do have your auxiliary cable plugged in. For some reason, when the headphones are connected wirelessly, it doesn't crank up to the full 100% max volume. You do have to have your cord plugged in to get that top sound. So that was a big con for me, actually, because if I'm buying wireless headphones, that means I want to use them the majority of the time wirelessly. I don't want to have to plug them in, which means that the majority of the time I'm not going to get the top sound quality that I'm promised when I get Beats headphones. So back to our kind of our wrap up, I would say that this is worth it with conditions. I think specifically these are going to be great for athletes who are going to love that tight feel on your head. They're definitely good for the person that loves that music with bass and that strong rumble on there and really wants to hear that full clarity. But I think they're just very expensive. Again, for me, I don't think they're worth $380. Now, they are, for example, on sale, and I've seen them on sale for $340, so that's a little bit of a better price break. But I still feel like they're kind of overpriced, and you're not getting as much as I feel you should for $379. So anyway, that's my opinion. I still love Beats. I think they make great products, and I think that no matter what they make, people are going to buy them because they have a proven track record of good sound. So, you know, hopefully you can hear the pros and cons and weigh out and say, hey, after hearing that, I want them or I'll pass on them. We are going to do a comparison between these and the Bose AE2 Plus, or excuse me, the AE2W headphones, so you can see how they stack up against their competition, and that might even help you narrow down that choice of which next wireless headphones you do want to purchase. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, favorite, and share the video if you did find it helpful. Subscribe to H2TechVideos, and have a good one.